What's going on, everybody? Is What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop. So park your ass right there. Right there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, the subscribe button. Also, if you check the link below, you see a Patreon account. If you click it, become a member. All you got to do is try recommend movies and music and trailers for me to react to. So click the link. Now, with that being said, we're here today to review. We're back at day number 7 of in the month of madness. And that means we are back at it again with another movie. And since yesterday was a zombie movie, I think today's going to be a zombie movie. And the zombie movie that I chose to pick was Return of the Living Dead, which is a 1985 classic directed by Dan O'Bannon, who has worked on Total Recall and Star Wars, I believe. But this is one of his directorial debuts. Anyway, to the point, this movie is starring Clu Gulligan, James Karen, and Don Calfa. But the point of the matter is this: let's go ahead and get into it because this is the movie that birthed the Tar Man. Tar Man is one of the most iconic zombies out there, other than my man with the little headphones on from one of Romero's films. I forgot his name, but anyway, I digress. So the movie opens up with a young man interning at a job, not interning, but kind of like he's brand new, learning the ropes at a place that I guess they have dead things, right? They cadavers, skeletons, animals, things like that. They give them to different research facilities and schools and also the military. So yeah, they have a lot of dead things where they work at, which is very, very, very convenient for the plot. Which I might add, the movie opens up with one of the most iconic synthy soundtracks ever. The score to this film is amazing. I want to say that off top. I was digging it all the way through. Every time them zombies came on and they ripped that synthesizer score, I was bugging. That shit was tight. But anyway, we're going into it. They end up he ends up asking him a question, his boss a question. He tells him, "Yo, what's the craziest shit that you've seen here?" And he tells him the truth. He says, "You know what? And this is the cool part. The cool part about it is he goes, have you ever seen the movie Night of the Living Dead?" So this automatically feels like a fucking tie-in to the movies. Once you hear Living Dead, automatically I always thought that this was like a weird sequel to Night of the Living Dead. But to find out that they referenced Night of the Living Dead in this movie was super cool. I digress though. Anyway, he goes, have you ever seen the movie Night of the Living Dead? Well, that movie was based on true events. It didn't happen exactly as it was said, but something similar happened to it. And long story short, they were saying that their facility is being used to house some of these zombies that were kept in containment until they were moved to the next facility, right? And he's like, just like in stupid, dopey fashion, he goes, "Hey, you want to see him?" So they go downstairs, they check the zombies out, and a slight tap on the side of the barrel ends up releasing this gas, therefore setting forth the zombie apocalypse in this small city, right? Because I think it's in Kentucky, I believe. But anyway, to the point. They wake up, they find out that all the dead shit in their freaking facility is now alive, right? You got a yellow Homer Simpson looking mofo running around. You got butterflies flapping their damn wings. You got a half dog barking and shit. So it's crazy, right? Like these things are reanimating. They're coming back to life. And they're just trying to figure out what to do with it. So one man says the smart thing. Why don't we call the police? We can't call the police. There'll be some sort of scandal. Oh, why don't we call the number on the side of the barrel? Nah, that's the military, man. That's going to get us in trouble. So let's call the big jefe. Let's call the boss. They call the boss. Boss comes, and he figures out what to do. So long story short, there's like a ton of like zombie fighting along with in this movie. They're trying to figure out how to kill these things. The one thing I like about this movie is it's essentially like they can't really die, and even when they do die, it ends up they kind of end up remanifesting through some sort of uh, weather phenomenon, right? And I like that idea that these zombies are not easy to kill. It's not something that's just going to go away overnight. It's not something that it's done like that. It was cool that these zombies didn't have like a real true weakness. They just keep coming because they're already dead. There's also like these side characters that become a part of the main cast, which are there's like a band of misfits. They're like these punks that are kicking in the cemetery. You got Oak Grove who's being a little hoe, dancing and shit on grave sites. And, you know, one of her fantasies comes true. That's all I want to say. Anyway, to the point, this movie just has a bunch of zombie fighting all the way through, all the way to the end. You have the end, which is kind of abrupt, but it always sets the sequence forward for the sequel, which there is a sequel. There's actually 3 movies sharing the same name. I honestly more interested in watching the sequel and the third part, honestly, now, but I want to see where this movie went, especially with the ending, because the ending is simple. They say, okay, where's your location? They tell them the location. They bomb the shit, boom, blow it up with a nuclear warhead, and that gets rid of their zombie problem, or so they think. But you know, they're getting rainfall. That rainfall, as you know, if you've watched this movie, is one of the things that helps these zombies manifest. And depending on how big the rainfall is, like how big that cloud of rain is, it'll cover more area, and all those people that are dead, they're now going to reanimate, and they're going to come back alive, and they're going to come get your ass. This movie has some of the dopest practical effects. This movie has one of the best scores. Like, it has a super dope cast. It has freaking Miguel Nunez in it. Miguel Nunez, if you don't know, is them damn enchiladas, or you might know him as Joanna, man. He's super cool in this movie. A central character. I'm surprised he's not in the top billing for this movie, but I digress. It's just a fun damn movie to watch. Sometimes it comes off as kind of like comedic, which is okay, you know, but this movie was so much fun. I had a lot of fun with it. It's 80s. It fits the era. It's cool all the way through, man. I had so much fun watching this. I can't recommend this movie enough. If you have not watched Return of the Living Dead, what the fuck are you waiting for? Go ahead and pop that bad boy in there. I believe it's on some sort of streaming platform for free. I think Vudu has it. Vudu or Tubi, one of them has it for free. So I would recommend going ahead and checking that out. Even though it has commercials, it's all right. Trust me, it's worth it. So that is my day number 7, I believe, of In the Month of Madness. Come by and check me tomorrow and see what my day number 8 pick is. And you are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Don't forget to subscribe on the way out. Until next time.